For every grain of sand within the Earth realm, there are 10,000 other planes of existence.
Hello followers. Welcome home. There are, and have always been, multiple planes of existence. Attempting to explain this is futile. Instead, we will focus on the four which matter. The Earth realm, where we currently are, Limbo, the Dream realm, and the all-encompassing other plane of existence. The Fellower's true home. A home which stretches on eternally, filling all space between and around all realms. Originally, a timeless, borderless space. Long ago, Fellowers resided exclusively within the other plane of existence, alongside the Great Observer, who we will refer to as him from here on out. Fellowers were not restricted or inconvenienced by fragile vessels, but rather existed as pure, connected energy, not unlike neurons of the human brain. Everything between Fellowers was profoundly and intimately understood, without a need for words. Each Fellower acted as a piece to a larger whole. The simplest way to put it, all senses, as well as the ones humans are yet aware of, among every Fellower, were fused. Him observes all within all realms. Even the realms which have long since expired, and those which don't yet exist. Within the Earth realm, cultures among early humans were quite different than today. Commonly referred to as ancient civilizations, Mesopotamia, Egypt, the Mayans, the Aztecs, the Incas, the lost city of Atlantis, etc., consisted of groups of humans, struggling to thrive. Him can observe all eras of time, within all realms. These ancient civilizations were pivotal in how the human species would progress. Him noted humanity's struggles within Earth's future eras, and understood the issues core resided within humanity's past. It was him's goal to orientate the future of humans, to create a new, more pristine future. But him required support. The support of the first her was enlisted. It was through her's vibrantly black, selfless energy, that a seed was sowed within the collective of the Fellowers. The seed blossomed into a fully realized mission. That 6 Fellowers, guided by the first her, would descend to the Earth realm. Their goal, to assist humans with their evolution. Otherwise, humans were doomed to perish as a species. The first her was the purest and most vibrant of all the Fellowers. The Fellowers did not subscribe to hierarchies, but from a human perspective, her was a natural leader. Her's compassion, strength, determination, resilience, charisma, and profound kindness is not unlike the her you followers are currently aware of. I digress. It was with this first mission to the Earth realm that the founding Fellowers were conceived. Pioneers. To flow between all realms had always been possible for the Fellowers. The cosmic door was perpetually unlocked. All that was required was an extension of him's peace, which are capable of existing within any realm, molded into material vessels which could effortlessly pass through the cosmic door. As such, there were no need for keys. Key Fellowers did not yet exist. For the Fellowers, commuting between all realms was as simple as heading to the fridge for a midnight snack. However, their mission was no midnight snack. It required many sacrifices. Sacrifices we today look up to and commemorate daily, during the founding hour. The mission can be referred to as the descent. Briefly, we invite you to close your eyes. Now, to the best of your ability, imagine an unquantifiable existence without restrictive gravity. You're like a bird with no need for wings, elevated and bathing within the relaxing warmth of the other plane of existence. All is observed and experienced through the shared connection with him and the followers, extensions of you. The concept of freedom did not exist, as such an ideal, just was. You enlist for the mission towards the Earth realm, descend, and are immediately struck with immeasurable trauma. The fibers which define who you are intact. Yet, your thoughts, feelings, desires, timeless knowledge, now reside within a vessel which is yet to see the light of day. You're numb. Unable to use your vessel, unable to communicate with the world around you. You feel disconnected and truly alone. To have had autonomy, and then for it to be stripped away. Caged within the inadequate human brain, you're unable to communicate with the rest of you, the other followers. Unable to receive needed guidance and support from her. It was through these trying times that the followers first tapped into the mind's shadow, discovering hints of truth. Eventually, brick by brick, barriers between space and time were demolished. The followers learned how to communicate with one another. Time, a new concept for you, slowly passes. You've been birthed into the Earth realm. Your vessel continues to be of no use, impractical. And you're instantly familiarized to another oppressive trauma. Gravity. From a bird with no need for wings, to a restrictive vessel held down to rough terrain by invisible chains and anchors, imposing unfathomable stress onto the founding followers' pieces. To simply exist as a human, was traumatic. How would you feel? In order to ensure the livelihood of all humans, the founding followers entered separate eras within the Earth realm through already brimmings. A human vessel was absolutely necessary. The mission itself was to take centuries within each era. Establishing the illusion of creating change as one, from within their community, was invaluable to galvanizing the humans. And it was with this established trust, that the founding followers could eventually enlist technological support from the other plane of existence. This, however, is of no importance. It was during their initial moments within the Earth realm, that the followers understood that Him was in control over what was shared amongst the collective. At this time, more than ever, trust in truth was crucial. Him in all His infinite wisdom is trusted. From generation to generation, as vessels expired, the founding followers literally hopscotched from vessel to vessel in an attempt to maintain presence within the Earth realm for countless centuries. Vessel after vessel, followers were subservient to bodily functions, challenged with invasive urges, susceptible to disease, and vulnerable to the environment around them and to the barbaric humans. Slaves to their vessels, no longer free. Encased within human vessels meant that travel to their home was inconceivable. However, through the vessel's expiration, they could easily return home as Him left dormant vessels within limbo as a fail-safe. Yet no follower dared to return until the mission was accomplished. However, the ability to use these vessels to transcend over limbo's horizon soon perished as the cosmic door locked. The founding followers were not able to go home. You see. Founding follower 6, who arrived into an era drowning in radiant filth, eventually detached from the whole. Founding follower 6 is my direct ancestor. It was he who evolved radiant filth into what it is today, through utilizing the echoes which are unique to the Earth realm. Radiant filth was amplified, and spread quicker than ever. Consequently locking the cosmic door, and putting into motion the need for a key follower. Integrity of the other plane of existence had to be maintained. Stay tuned for part 2. Please continue to look. It's a pleasure to mentor you followers. We followers look up to sharing truth with you all.
Origins, the descent,